Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. My name is McClintock, and I am here for Revenge campaign in Magic 2014 Duels of the Planeswalkers. So here I am again, doing another playthrough of the Revenge campaign. If you tuned in for last episode, you would see that I got soundly beaten by Chandra in the single-player Revenge campaign. Now, that was right after I was bragging about breezing through all the previous matches in Revenge. And truth be told, yes, I had been making short work of everyone in this ladder. But then I ran into Chandra and, you know, I got beaten, but I learned some valuable lessons in that defeat. Lesson number one, for sure, never just settle for the opening hand that you get. And if you only get one land in your opening hand, you'll almost always want to mulligan and draw another hand. Now, one thing to note, actually let me get started in the match here. Let's not waste too much time. So I'm going to be using my Absence Glory deck. And yes, we're going to be fighting Chandra Nalaar's red deck. Alright, so on opening hands, in Duels of the Planeswalkers, you always get a free mulligan of 7 cards. This is really important. In most settings of where you play Magic, when you do a mulligan, you reshuffle your deck and then you draw 6 cards. And for each following mulligan that you do, you deduct 1 card from your opening hand. So you could actually get to a point where you have 2 cards, 1 card in your hand, and you're at a serious disadvantage. Generally, you don't want to go below, say, 4 cards in your opening hand. What I had in the last game that I think really put me off on the wrong foot was I had 1 Plains, then I had 2 Dune Travelers as my 2 1-drops. I had one of these guys, Gather the Townsfolk, and then I believe I had sort of my higher end angel cards. I had 1 Angelic Overseer, which is a 3 mana, 3 generic mana, and double white. And I had the Baneslayer, which was also a 5-drop. So that was a big mistake. In hindsight, just sort of reviewing that match in the cold light of day, having just 1 land is just a bad way to start. Even with a couple 1-drops, what I really should have held out for was, you know, maybe 2 or 3 lands in my opening hand, a 1-drop to play, a 2-drop to play, a 3-drop to play, just so there was actual progression in my hand, and I wasn't relying on luck of the draw on each turn to give me that extra land I needed, because I hit a road bump very, very soon in the match, where on my 3rd turn, I needed to get that 3rd land, and I was only on my 2nd land. And then I would get the land, but then I didn't have the 3-drop card to play. And so I really screwed myself on my curve. And another reason for losing, I would say, would be, well, I mean, this directly affects B. Now the B here is that Chandra got out her Inferno Titan. And that's lesson number 2, is when your opponent puts out an Inferno Titan, it's time to run or it's time to die. And I did the latter, of course. You know, I just couldn't get my removal spells or my lockdown spells in my hands. So I couldn't get a Fiend Hunter, and I couldn't get Pacifism, and I couldn't get the Oblivion Ring. So I was really screwed once the Inferno Titan came out, and whatever chance I had at winning was just gone as it started to attack me. So we're going to try and I'm sorry, we're not going to try. we will get revenge on Chandra this time around. And this time we're going to just take a closer look at my opening hand. Now I have 2 planes. I've got 2 of these Gather the Townsfolk, which are excellent. The Grand Abolisher is okay. I decided to put this guy in and kick out another 2-drop. And I believe I kicked out a Thraben Valiant, which I think is a good choice. But then we have the Honor of the Pure, which is just all across the board, pumping up my white creatures. And this guy, Elder Cathar. A lot of 2-drops to play. I still really want to get the Champion of the Parish in my opening hand. I think that's really key to this deck. And if I get a Champion of the Parish and one of these guys, and you know, 2 or 3 lands, I am in a good spot. So let's try a mulligan. Let's see what we get. So 7 cards again. Not a whole lot better. We got 1 planes. We have Path Exile, Grand Abolisher again, Fiend Hunter, which is good, Thraben Doomsayer, another good card, and then we have some high-end stuff, like really high-end stuff. I really like this card, but truth be told, in all the matches I've played so far with this deck, I've never been able to put out Avacyn Angel Hope. I don't like this hand. So now we mulligan down to 6. Okay, 3 planes. We get our Champion of the Parish. We get a Fiend Hunter. And then, yeah, we get this 7-drop. The Devout Invocation is a sorcery, and what this is going to do is that any creatures I have on the board can be tapped, and for each tapped creature, I can put a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying onto the battlefield. Pretty sweet. Actually, at first blush, I thought when I put this in my deck, I thought this would be an enchantment, but that would be just insane, I think, in terms of the power level. So yeah, it's just a sorcery, so it's just a 1-shot deal. I can keep this hand. I have the lands that I need. I have the Champion of the Parish, and if I can draw another 1 or 2-drop creature to pump up my Champion of the Parish, I have a decent start. Unfortunately, Chandra is going first. And she's got her Grim Lavamancer. This guy can exile 2 cards from your graveyard, deal 2 damage to target creature or player. She'll be exiling from her own graveyard, which is good. Okay, well, could be worse. So this is a pretty standard first turn play for the Avacyn's Glory deck. So, too much land right now. I was really hoping for a 2-drop so I could power this guy, my champion, to 2/2 and just be able to swing in and either force a block or just swing unopposed for a nice 2 points of damage. As it is, I have to hold him back because Champion of the Parish is not a creature you just want to throw out on a suicide mission. You want to grow him, you want to invest in him. And okay. So gonna get some card advantage. Land advantage. Alright, so we've got ourselves the Elite Inquisitor. First strike vigilance, protection from vampires, werewolves, and zombies. Unfortunately, none of those creature types are in Chandra's deck. One thing that I have done in the past is to tailor a deck specifically to beat a deck in the campaign, and right now I'm just using sort of like the best baseline build I could design for Avacyn's Glory. So it's just meant to be like all-purpose, you know, cover as many bases as possible, kind of play up to its strengths. but I haven't tailored it to beat Chandra. Since I don't want to just throw this guy's come onto the battlefield power on these people, I'm going to put out my Inquisitor, and then I will strengthen my champion. I am still reluctant to attack with him since he could just be double blocked, and I'm not okay with trading my champion for even 2 of her creatures that are out on the board. So I'm going to wait until I can power him up one more time. Hopefully Chandra doesn't put out like a 3/3 or, you know, or stronger creature on her side. So she's swinging in with their flyer, and I'm gonna have to take damage. Oh boy. So she's gonna Searing Spear. I know she's gonna target. Oh, she targets the Inquisitor. The AIs tend to do. They tend to time their instants very strangely. Like, yeah, she could have just Searing Speared my Inquisitor at any point during her turn, but she chose to do it in the middle of her attack, and I couldn't even block her Pilgrim's Eye. So, okay, whatever. I thought she would go for my champion. Any case, I'm going to put out my Gold Knight Commander because he's bonkers, especially in this deck. And I'm going to go on the offensive here. I'm hoping Chandra does not have another Searing Spear. I mean, even if she does, she's going to use it if she really wants to and kill off my champion. So I may as well just force her hand when I have the chance. So I would like to hold on to this Gold Knight Commander, and I don't think I will. Cone of Flame deals 1 damage to target creature or player, 2 damage to another target creature or player, and 3 damage to a third target creature or player. So it looks like both my guys are dying, and I'm taking damage. That sucks. That really sucks. And it sucks even more because creature-wise, she really is not very impressive at all. And I really wanted to have a stronger start. Let's see here. Pilgrim's Eyes, the flyer. Okay. She can't really use his ability yet. So I'm gonna put out my Fiend Hunter just to regroup a little bit. And I'm trying to find a target for exile. I think it'd be smart to just exile the flyer. This feels like such a waste. Yeah, I tend to save the Fiend Hunter for trapping the big bombs that end up on the battlefield. But beggars can't be choosers, apparently. So this is not good. She's putting out her Magma Phoenix, and it's a 3/3 flyer. And when it dies, it's going to deal 3 damage. And she can point that at myself or at one of my creatures. Bad news all around. So, you know, normally I would be looking forward to casting this, but at this point I don't have enough creatures to make this the super game ender that it really ought to be. Well, this enchantment should be safe, so I'm just gonna play it and pump up the strength. Okay, so Chandra exiled something from her. She exiled the Searing Spear. Okay. And I could attack, but it's not gonna do any good since I'll just be blocked. Now their combatant will die, and I'll just be down a blocker next turn. So I'm gonna take 3. We're down to 11. Not having a great time here. So I'm liking this. I can trap her Phoenix. Then I can swing in for an attack with my other Fiend Hunter. Despite having the Honor of the Pure enchantment out, both my Fiend Hunters are still rather squishy, since I'm battling Chandra's deck, which is full of burn spells. And she has some very large high-end creatures that she could put out. I'm afraid she's going to put out an Inferno Titan right about now. And that'll just be the end of me. Will she try and finish me off? Seriously, she has a Titan in her hand. I don't see. Okay. Another Cone of Flame. So the good thing about that card is that she can't target the same person twice, the same target twice, but she's gonna try and finish off probably my Fiend Hunter who has exiled her Phoenix. So she's got so much mana that she can just rifle off these burn spells one after the other. And oh my goodness, she is just making a mockery of me right now. I'm just getting thrashed. Ha! Oh gosh. You know, I have like 3 of these, I think, or no, 2 of these in the deck. So it's not like I've got an entire place of these guys, but these guys are so valuable. Wish I got them sooner. I'm in trouble. I'm really at the mercy of my deck right now. Oops, yeah. I've got nothing to do. I will probably have to Path of Exile her Phoenix when she comes in for an attack. Luckily for me, it's not going to trigger the Phoenix's death ability since it's an exile spell here. No, silly exile. Phoenix. She does get an extra mountain, so, you know, as a mana sink for her burn spells. Could be worse. I'm down to 8, while Chandra is at 15. Gosh, I need to top deck some better cards here. That's sort of redundant. If I say top deck, that just implies drawing a really good card on my next turn. Oh, man. Should stop talking. Jinxing myself. So, here we are. We're in a position to cast Devout Invocation. At most, I can put out 1 for a white angel creature with flying. It will be 5/5 thanks to my enchantment. I'm down to 7 life. You know, meanwhile, I'm not counting on this guy lasting very long. He's not going to be blocking anyone, since I don't think Chandra will ever put her Grim Lavamancer on the attack unless I have no defenders at all. So she'll just keep pinging me with her, poking me, with her Pilgrim's Eye. Yeah. Just do it. Yeah. Well, that's a pretty effect. Haven't seen that before. There's my 5/5 Flying Angel, and oh boy, she's gonna hit my. Oh, she's gonna hit me. That's interesting. It smoked my. I guess this only targeted each creature. Okay. my Angel's able to survive, but now that she's hurt, I don't feel like blocking one of her attackers, so I'm gonna skip. I'm down to 1. So, ooh. You know what's crazy? I'm so tempted to come in for an attack, but I can't. I just can't. I need to go into the defense. So, Chandra has no cards in her hand as well, so I'm just praying that she doesn't draw a Titan or another big burn spell. Let's see if I can get back into this game. Okay, Crimson Mage for 1 red mana. Target creature you control gains haste until end of turn. This is not good. Okay, I thought she would fall off. Of course she didn't, because it's the only card she had in her hand. Oh boy. I'm just 1 short of casting this ultimate. Flying, Vigilance, Indestructible. As an added bonus, other permanents you control have Indestructible. Now, how good would that be? I was just getting lands left and right for the early portion of this match. And now I'm just still dead in the water, really. Neither of my angels have vigilance, so I'm stuck. I'm just praying to the magic gods right now that the Chandra doesn't have a spell that just does me in. Any direct damage spell she has can finish me off. Okay. Firebird, it's another flyer. She's got me outnumbered 4 creatures to 2. Okay. We're making some progress. We have an Oblivion Ring, and we have a pretty easy decision, I guess. What puzzles me is that Chandra didn't use the Crimson Mage ability to haste the Firebird and then just swing in for an attack with all 4 creatures. And yeah, I guess that shows you a little bit, it shows you some of the shortcomings of the AI despite being on Planeswalker, which is the highest setting. I guess I should be thankful. We're going to exile her Firebird. So yeah, one thing you will notice with the AI is that they make strange judgment calls when it comes to targeting creatures, and you know, generally they're pretty good in combat and just playing the deck to its optimum level. But when it comes to targeting effects on your permanents, I've noticed that they make a lot of judgment slips. Skip. I am in no position to attack. I really need a Gather the Townsfolk. Not a Gather the Townsfolk. I need a Plains so I can play Angel of Hope. I don't know why she doesn't just attack me. Like this is a big gaffe on. Okay, well, I really should keep my mouth shut. Be careful what you wish for. Now, if I had a Angelic Overseer already on the battlefield, and this came out, and I didn't have any humans already on the board, I'd be happy. I'd be more than happy. But actually, I'm going to go in for an attack with my Baneslayer. It has First Strike and Lifelink, so there's no way Chandra can do a productive block with her Pilgrim's Eye. And either way, I'll gain life. If I hit the Pilgrim's Eye or if I hit Chandra, I'm going to gain 6 life, which I badly need life at this point. And it's clear that the AI is just giving me an out and allowing me back into the game, just providing this really small window of opportunity. Then if so I'll attack, I'll have my Baneslayer tapped. Then that leaves my 5/5 Flying Angel, and I'll cast these guys. So I'll have 3 blockers to soak up any damage if need be. So okay, so I'm going to move to my combat phase. I'm going to swing in with my Baneslayer and hope for the best. Go, I gain life. I'm up to 7. Chandra has 13 mountains on the battlefield. She can pretty much do whatever she wants. I'm not in such a bad spot myself. Okay, so I lost one of my townsfolk to the Lavamancer's poke. Okay. Things are looking up. I really want that 8th plane. But I think I'm gonna lock down. I have another Fiend Hunter, so I'm going to exile the Lavamancer because he's a pain in the ass. A real pain. A real pain. I'm tired of being poked. You are going to jail or wherever creatures go when the Fiend Hunter gets his hands on them. Alright. So I want to be mindful to keep a defender behind. I'll probably keep this human behind. But I'm definitely going in with my Baneslayer, and I have to be careful of Chandra putting out a flyer and then hasting it on her next turn. She could even put out a flyer and maybe another creature. She's got so much mana. Actually, I'm sorry. She has no cards in hand at this point, if you look here. So I keep getting ahead of myself and forgetting that she doesn't have as many tools as I think. So, yeah. I'm gonna go a little balls here. I'm gonna leave my, I have to leave my Fiend Hunter behind for defense, and I'll leave my 2/2 human. And hope that she doesn't burn one of these guys and then send in like a large attacker on the next turn, which I doubt that's gonna be the case. I'm starting to sound paranoid, is what I'm sounding like. But look how the tide has turned. I'm at 13 life, and Chandra is now at 4. So I'm in a pretty good spot now. I just need to not start second guessing myself. Good for you, 15 mountains. Alright, so I think this is lights out for Chandra. Good night. No cards in hand, so she cannot stop my 2 angels from crashing in. Whew. Well, there you have it. What looked like it was going to be a terrible loss, my second in a row to Chandra, turned into a win. Now, as I already explained, Chandra made a gross tactical error by not attacking me sooner when I was down to 1 life and she had 3 creatures over my 2. All she had to do was swing in. Now let me just make sure I'm not talking complete nonsense. She had her Lavamancer out as one of her creatures. How come I can't? The Lavamancer, I believe, has a power of 1. I could be wrong. It might have a power of 0, which would explain why she... No, it does have a power of 1, because she did attack me with it before. So, very odd. Any human player would not have made that mistake. I'm most certain of that. So, she almost did sort of just very sneakily just almost handed me this win. So I don't feel super awesome, but I'm just glad I could just continue on with the revenge campaign and keep unlocking cards for Avacyn's Glory. As you can see, I've unlocked yet another card. This is the what is this? Oh, it's a rare. Oh yes, I already have one of these. Not a bad card. I keep cycling this one in and out depending on my current mood. But overall, it's a very strong card. Alright, so I'm not going to do this match today. I think for real now, this will be my last video feature for Magic 2014, at least in terms of single player content. I'll probably come back now and again and feature some online multiplayer matches. I do want to move on to other games and sort of just diversify the content on my channel a little bit. So next up, I'll be doing a short feature on SoulForge, and I'll probably doing some more TCGs after that, just to kind of build up some nice videos about card games, which I'm a huge fan of. So yeah, this is it. Thank you very much for watching my interesting match with Chandra here. And until next time, this is McClintock, signing out.